This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
It's a yearly program to help kids get excited about books. We'll tell you all about March into Reading next. Good evening and thank you for joining us at SSPTV News. I'm Ken Kara and this is your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. First up, we have some headlines. One man was taken to the hospital and another is facing charges after gunshots rang out this morning in Hazleton. It happened just before 4 a.m. Police Chief Jerry Speziale says that a city parking enforcement officer was out enforcing the snow ban when he heard gunshots. A call then came in for a gunshot victim. Police found a man shot at the intersection of 20th and Locust Streets. He was taken to the hospital. There is no word on his condition. Officers located a suspect, 58-year-old George Salata, inside a home nearby. Salata was arraigned and charged with reckless endangerment and 2 felony counts of aggravated assault. He was taken to the Luzerne County Prison in lieu of $100,000 bail. An Ashland woman is facing charges of reckless endangerment. State police at Frackville responded to 1227 Walnut Street in Ashland yesterday around 4 p.m. for a report of 3 children outside in inclement weather, unable to enter their residence. Troopers found the children's mother, 35-year-old Carol Talanka, and her boyfriend inside sleeping. State police say they appeared to be under the influence of narcotics and were unaware of what day and time it was. The mother was charged with recklessly endangering another person and endangering the welfare of a child. Her 3 daughters, ages 10, 7, and 7, were placed in the custody of Schuylkill County Children and Youth Services. Yesterday's snowfall was less than expected, but it can still pose health problems. Dennis Gantz, the Director of Marketing and Education for American Patient Transport Systems, or APTS, has this advice.
This snow that we just had was a wet, heavy snow, had a little bit of ice mixed in with it. So pace yourself. Make sure you're bending with your knees, lifting with your legs. When you get tired, take a little bit of a break. If you can push it, okay? But don't try to overdo it. You know, that's the big thing is making sure you're pacing yourself, taking your time, not using your arms to do as much of the work, trying to use your whole entire body, and be careful of twisting. That's when we get a little carried away, we start going a little faster, and we twist. That's when we happen to have back injuries happen.
So you see not only back injuries, but I'm sure heart problems as well for people who maybe aren't used to this.
Sure, yeah. If you're not in the best physical shape, if you haven't been exercising and you're going out to do something like this, you know, you're going to start getting short of breath, winded, and perhaps it's going to increase your blood pressure and heart rate. So take your time, do a little bit, go back in, sit down, rest, and then come back out. If you don't have to go anywhere, the snow will still be there when you get ready to go.
And when is it at a point where we should be concerned enough to either call or go to a doctor?
If you're starting to feel any kind of, obviously you're going to be sweating when you're out there shoveling a lot of snow, but when you start feeling any kind of discomfort in your chest, maybe it's radiating up into your jaw or down into your arms or to your back, those are signs that there's something cardiac going on. You want to make sure that you really pay attention to that and address it, and don't drive yourself to the hospital. Call an ambulance, because you never know what's going to happen while you're driving, and you could harm somebody else if you have a medical emergency and you pass out behind the wheel.
I'll have your updated forecast a little later in the show. Reading is the perfect activity for a cold winter day, and one project is underway to ensure that some local students have books and bookcases for year-round enjoyment. Here's Lisa Sugart.
It is a wonderful project that encourages reading for the children in the greater Hazleton area. I am talking about the 6th annual March into Reading. Cool Cases for Kids. Here to tell us all about it and how you can help is Joanne Gabriel to my left. She's the membership director for the Hazleton YWCA. And Lori Tevlin-Klimo, who is the project coordinator who started this whole thing 6 years ago. Lori, I'm going to start with you. Whatever inspired you to do this collection so that you could provide books for young children for reading?
I read an article in Parade magazine about a man named Jim Davidson from Conway, Arkansas, and there was a big picture of a little girl with books and bookcase, and they make bookcases for children there, and I thought, what a great idea for Hazleton. Conway's about the same size as our town, and I thought it was a great feel-good idea for the community, and I love to read, And I'm a private citizen, so I went to Sue Farley at the Y, who also loved to read, and we started this together. And how it works is we work with Mr. Latella now, principal in the school district, and he picks a classroom, and it's a second grade class this year, and we put bins, which you'll be seeing a picture of, an actual one, in a couple locations, and the community donates books, new ones or ones that are still in good condition. And for this, it'll be for second grade. The Career Center has been with us since the beginning, the Hazleton Career Center shop class under different teachers make the bookcases. Over the years, they've probably made, let's see, 120 bookcases or more.
Wow. Wow.
And then each child will get 10 books, and they decorate the bookcases at the Y. And, but again, it's about encouraging reading, promoting reading, because once you learn to read, you could read to learn anything.
Very well said. This is a great project. I know that I remember way back when it did start. So Joanne, the Y this fit perfectly with the mission that the Y has, so you guys wanted to be actively involved.
Right, so we want to empower children as much as possible, and, you know, the gathering of the books and where to store the books and where to store the bookcases was perfect for the Y. So the children come to the Y. It's going to be on March 21st between 6 and 8 p.m. They will get a bookcase, and they will get to choose some books that they would like to add to their bookcase, and they get to take the books home with them. The collection is now throughout 2 locations, at the Hazleton Library and at the Y. People can also call directly to the Hazleton Y or to Lori if they'd like to make a donation of some books. And like I said, it's a win-win for all, because we want to get the kids to come into the Y to see also what we have to offer there for the kids.
What's it been like when you see the kids' faces when they actually came and they got their bookcase, and then they got to decorate it, and they got to pick out the books? I mean, they must have been beaming.
They are, and their families get to come with them, and it is a second grade class, so they sometimes bring their siblings with them, and you know, they all have their ideas of how they want to decorate their bookcases, you know, from a theme to just coloring the rainbow, anything. And because it's theirs, I think that's what's really nice about it.
All right. Well, your help is needed to make this project continue so that children can have a nice selection of books to choose from. They're collecting them through the end of February, and then that class that has been selected will go to the Y on March 21st to get their bookcases, decorate them, and choose their books. And Laura, you want as many people as possible to donate as many books as possible so that you can continue to spread the joy of reading.
That's the idea. Thank you.
All righty. Well, if you have any questions or concerns, please call Joanne Gabriel at the Y. We'll put the numbers up on your screen, or you can give Lori Tevlin-Klimo a call as well. They want to march into reading with cool cases for kids. They can't do it without you.
Thanks, Lisa. And now I want to wish a happy anniversary to the girls. It was back on this day back in 2012 when we invited some of our favorite people to the top of the 80s for the debut of what is now one of SSPTV's most popular shows, The Girls. Mother and daughter duo Debbie Lasant and Janine Lasant-Mazurkevich have taped over 130 episodes on set and on location at places across Northeast Pennsylvania, New York, and even Florida. All of their shows can be seen at ssptv.com. Simply click shows, then The Girls. A brand new series kicks off on April 7th, but feel free to enjoy some of the rebroadcasts of past seasons online, on social media, and in all of our TV markets: Hazleton Channel 13 and HD 513, Pottsville Channel 190, and weekends on cable in the Mountaintop, Wilkes-Barre areas, and Channel 92 and Scranton area, Channel 190. And if you have any suggestions for the show, send them to Janine at ssptv.com. Our next segment is all about the outdoors. We have the weather forecast, our outdoor exploring segment, and Dennis Gantz, the host of All About Huntin', will tell us about the Early Bird Sports Expo coming up in Bloomsburg. Later, we'll talk with Tamaqua area athlete Monica Shimko about her choice to go to Army West Point to continue her cross-country and track careers.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Have you ever imagined spending an entire summer at the beach? Who hasn't? Frankie's on the Bay, originally from Hazleton. They have opened up a second location in Ocean City, New Jersey, and Brandon's Forever Home has partnered with the Vito and Sacco families to put together a BFH Beach Dream Team. They're looking to hire BFH members age 18 and up as waitresses, waiters, short order cooks, dishwashers, and busboys, and they will help them find and make living arrangements. This experience is designed to prepare BFH members for the workforce. For an interview, email Lauren Sacco at nitneyvito.05@gmail.com. Time now for our weekly trip outdoors with Kent Jackson.
Like most of us, I get sick of shoveling snow and scraping ice off my car, and when winter drags into February, I start dreaming of summer already. But early in the winter, I'm so eager to ski that I can barely wait for snow. Or, as the video shows, I try skiing when there barely is enough snow to cover the grass. I'm not skiing very fast either on the video, which is shaky because it's strapped to my head, even when I'm descending, and that's because I'm on cross-country skis, not downhill skis. While not as fast or as easy to turn as downhill skis, cross-country skis offer an advantage. They go uphill, so you don't have to depend on mechanical lifts or gondolas to ascend to your starting point. And consequently, you can explore woods and fields that aren't groomed for skiing. And because cross-country skiing requires you to use your arms and legs, you get a good workout for your limbs as well as your heart and lungs. Cross-country skiing is economical too, though there are some areas that make snow and groom trails for cross-country skiers, and they charge a fee, but after you buy your equipment or rent skis, you can ski for free on rail trails, some golf courses, and parks. If you've never tried cross-country skiing, I suggest you start on level ground. Just slide your feet at a walking pace, and it won't be much different than walking. If you come to a hill, turn sideways and sidestep your way up. You can descend the same way if the hill looks too scary to glide down. Later, as you get accustomed to the skis, you can add some speed, practice some turns, and maybe even crouch down for extra speed on a descent. While winter can be a grind, I think if you try skiing, skating, snowshoeing, or other activities outside, you don't mind the cold as much, and your attitude about winter can improve. It's worked for me.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
The snow you're looking at, it's pretty heavy. I'm going to let it melt in my driveway and play some Xbox tonight. However, if my wife asks, I was at the gym. Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service now. Tonight, mostly cloudy. We'll have a low of 30 degrees. It will be windy with wind gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. Wednesday looks mostly sunny with a high near 41 degrees. Wednesday night, we have a 50% chance of showers. Mostly cloudy, will be above freezing at 37 degrees. On Thursday, a slight chance of showers, mostly cloudy, high of 39. On Thursday night, mostly cloudy with a low of 28 degrees. Friday looks mostly cloudy. Now we'll get up just above freezing. Friday night, mostly cloudy with a low of 21. Saturday, the sun comes up, but we'll only have a high of 29 degrees. Well, the sun always comes up, but it'll come out. It will be partly sunny. And then Saturday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 20 degrees.
He's back. Our good friend Dennis Gantz, the producer and host of Wild 'Bout Huntin', which you see right here on SSPTV. And we're proud to have you back in our studios talking about, of all things, it's the Early Bird Sports Expo. We like that it's early bird. We're talking about, hopefully, the warmer weather with that as well. But you're going to be there with the crew from Wild 'Bout Huntin'. You're going to have a booth set up just like last year. So tell us when this is all happening.
Well, the doors open this Thursday at the Bloomsburg Fairgrounds. We're going to be in the agricultural buildings and whatnot. We're in what they call Building B. We'll be there, doors open Thursday at 4 o'clock, so we'll be there set up with the booth. We're going to have a lot of things that folks are going to be able to check out at our booth. Obviously, all the Wild Boar Hunting apparel will be on sale. We're going to have some other products available for sale that people can purchase. Our good friend Chris Walliser from Buck Cage is going to have the buck cages there for sale, so you'll be able to get your buck cages. So a lot of cool things that you'll be able to purchase when you come there, as well as some other ideas.
All righty. And also, they're going to be able to pick up a DVD of season 1 because it's almost time for season 2.
Yeah, it is. We have our season 1 DVD collection. It's a set that you'll be able to purchase at the booth, and stop by because we've got a lot of great products that we're giving away throughout the entire weekend that we're going to be there, and we'll draw all the names. We've got broadheads that you can win. We've got knives that you can win. We've got buck cages, remote antler rattles. We've got a big cooler from Bison Coolers, and we're giving away a hunt with our good friends at Dusty W German Shorthair Pointers. So a lot of cool things that you're going to be able to hang out. We're also going to have a special guest on Saturday, Patty Sims from with Babes with Bows. She's a pro staff member. She'll be hanging out with us, and she'll have some of their cool stuff that you'll be able to pick up and maybe even win. I don't know. It's up to Patty.
Wow, nice. And also, Dennis will be signing autographs, right?
Sure, if you want my autograph, right. But no, we just really want to hang out with everybody, talk hunting, just have a good time. It's always a great event that they put on down there, the Brote family that runs it. And there's so many wonderful vendors, lots of great food, and just come out and have a good time. You know, the weather's getting a little cooler, so get indoors and hang out with us.
That sounds great. And then season 2 coming up right here on SSPTV and the Pursuit Channel when?
It starts in April, so we're ready.
All righty, you heard it here. Go on out and see Dennis starting this Thursday. It's the Early Bird Sports Expo at the Bloomsburg Fairgrounds. Tell him you saw him here on SSPTV. Tell him hi, and you might win some great prizes as well.
Oh, you definitely have a chance.
All right. Thanks, Dennis.
Thank you.
Well, my heart rate is back to normal after Lisa yelled he's back, so I could read you the midday winning lottery numbers on SSP TV News. Pick 204, pick 3, 680, pick 4, 2693, and pick 508505. When we come back, we'll talk with Monica Shimko. She was a star for the cross-country team at Tamaqua, getting ready for her last track season there. She'll tell us why she picked Army West Point for college.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
I had a ton of fun watching the Army-Navy football game last year. So did Tamaqua area's Monica Shimko, and she's hoping to witness in person another Army West Point win this year. She's excited to become a cadet and continue her track and cross-country career with the Black Knights. It took Monica Shimko one season to get cross-country down. After joining Tamaqua's team in 2015, she finished third at the Schuylkill League meet in 2016, in the top 10 at districts, and went to the AA state championships. An old pro at the 800 in track, she earned a state medal during the 2016 season, placing 8th at the competition. Shimko is fast on the course, fast on the track, and she's a fast learner, but it still took her a while to get through her application to Army West Point.
It was a fun time just looking at all the different colleges and what's the differences between like civilian colleges and the service academy, and it took a lot of time to like just research everything. And then West Point's admission process, it took a very long time, at least a year, just like preparing everything.
To apply, Shimko needed a recommendation from members of Congress, and she says she wrote a lot of paragraphs and essays. A year ago, she knew Army West Point was the place for her, so she put in an application and hoped for the best. She caught the eye of some members of the Black Knights coaching staff.
First, I filled out an athlete like recruitment form on their website, and I didn't think of anything of it. I just did it just to see if like they'd show interest. And then I got a call from a coach, and they were like saying that they were interested, and they told me times I had to beat. And then I've got those times, and then for cross country they gave me more times, and I got those. And then they're like, we could really use you, and like then they became really interested. They liked how versatile I was because I'm a hurdler too, so then they were like maybe they could throw me in steeple if they ever had to. And then I have a lot of distance, and I do cross country, and then I have some speed, so like they can throw me anywhere.
Shimko's high school cross country and track and field coach Tom Kanger thinks she'll fit right in at Army West Point.
She's self-dedicated. I mean, everything she does it. You just kind of want to be around and see if you can guide her a little bit, but she was always so self-motivated. You almost have to hold her back because she's doing too much, and that was the best part of the whole thing. Like, she helps contribute to everything.
Kanger says Shimko has really grown as a leader. She helped lead 2 relay teams to states last year. She also knows how to balance things in her life.
Her time management is incredible. Her grades are really good. Her workouts are really good. I mean, if you wanted her to work out 5 times a day, she'd work out 5 times a day. And then she shows up at practices and meets and stuff, and she's awesome because she shows up with books. So she's studying in between events. So I guess maybe that's part of it that keeps her calm and keeps her, in control during all the bigger competitions and all, because she's always occupying her time.
Now Shimko is working on getting stronger mentally and physically, and of course she's trying to get even faster than she is right now so she can hit the ground running at West Point, where she'll be chasing a lot of history.
It's a tremendous honor because there's so many historical figures that have graduated from there, and it's just crazy to go to the same school as you read about in the history books.
Is there a family connection at all? Sometimes when I talk with people going to Army West Point, they'll have an uncle or a brother or a sister. Are you going to be the first one?
I'm going to be the first one, yeah. So it's good. So now I'm setting an example, so hoping some people follow my footsteps.
That sounds like someone you'd want leading your team and defending your country. I'm sure we'll hear more about Shimko this spring in the land of the running water. You'll be hearing more from me after our social report. I'll see you then.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, kindergarten registration in the Hazleton Area School District for the 2017-2018 school year will be held in the Administration Building by appointment only from 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. on the following days for each individual school. February 6th, Drums, 7th, Freeland, 8th, West Hazleton, February 9th, Hazel Township, 13th, Valley, 14th, Arthur Street, 16th, McAdoo Clares, 22nd, Heights Terrace. To schedule an appointment or for additional information, just call 570-459-3111, extension 3000. And finally tonight, St. John the Baptist Orthodox Church, 9 West Railroad Street in Nesquehoning, building a theme basket raffle Saturday, February 4th. Be featuring theme baskets, special raffles, refreshments, and a bake sale with eat-in and takeout available. Doors open at 10:30, drawing starts at 2, and patrons do not have to be present to win. For info, just call 570-669-6036. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Philip L. Harris of McAdoo. Funeral is Thursday at 11 a.m. at the E. Franklin Griffiths Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 9:30 to 11 a.m. Sarah Ann Jones, formerly of Hazleton. Graveside service is April 15th at 11 a.m. at the Mountain View Cemetery. Arrangements are by the Cremation and Funeral Care. Joshua Howard Swank of Drums. All services will be private and at the convenience of the family. The Cropton Hughes Funeral Home assisted the family with the arrangements. Alma S. Cressman of Ringtown. Private services will be held at the convenience of the family. The Stauffer Bresnick Funeral Home assisted the family with the arrangements. And David R. Stark of Hazleton. Memorial service is Friday at 11 a.m. in the St. Peter and Paul Lutheran Church. The Rosenstock Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Donald Basic of Sugarloaf. Donald, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
If you missed any of our segments on SSPTV News, don't fret. Go to our website, ssptv.com. You'll find them right there and on our Facebook page. And hey, watch some of those girls' episodes and celebrate their anniversary. We'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone.